All right, we're back with Matt Clifford from LA to the UK, basically. And Matt, tell us. I want to know what your definition or your perspective is by completing this sentence.
Leadership is the ability to inspire people to make a set of decisions, take a direction, um, for me, in environments and conditions of uncertainty.
And I'm sure you've seen good leadership and good non-leadership in your time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And any specific examples come to light?
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that's been fascinating for me in my journey is, kind of coming from a consulting background at McKinsey, where the kind of leadership that you're exposed to is very much about questions like, how do I make this large organization that's, spread across continents with sometimes even hundreds of thousands of people working for it? How do I make such an organization make radical change, in a world where no one knows what that looks like? And then kind of doing what I do now, where we work with companies at the earliest stage, where leadership might mean, how do I persuade that first person to join me? How do I,
Right.
kind of again, in conditions of uncertainty, say, um, you know, this is actually something that's worth dedicating your time, your life to for the next X years. And what's interesting to me is what those things have in common is, again, that kind of inspiration piece. And I was fortunate to work for some inspirational clients when I was a consultant, and in a way, I feel even more fortunate to work day to day with some real inspirational founders. And I think what's really interesting to me is, I think when you're growing up, you sometimes think about leadership as being something done by kind of grey-haired old men,
Not anymore.
and exactly, and what we do at Entrepreneur First, working with now 200 founders a year, is really see what you might call micro leadership in action every day, and having the opportunity to watch that go from micro to pretty big pretty quickly. That's a huge privilege.
Yeah, no, that's great. We'll talk about that more too. It's funny. I had a friend of mine who was a partner with Accenture, and he said we're almost up to 200,000 people. It's getting really hard to get the Christmas party together.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's a whole brave new world here. Thanks for sharing that.
Welcome.